At the beginning of the spread, we have the Tower, which is sudden upheaval, broken pride, and disaster. Then we have the Queen of Cups, which is compassion, calm, and comfort, which is also associated with water, the element, and emotions, feelings, intuition, relationships, creativity, the unconscious, that kind of stuff. And then we have the Ace of Cups, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, again, water element. And then we have the Eight of Swords, self-acceptance, new perspective, freedom. This is air, which is logic, ideas, intellect, communication, truth, ambition, conflict. And we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is sacrifice, release, and martyrdom. Okay? So realize that there is going to be a huge shift, a change, and being in tune with your feelings and being compassionate and being calm during this time frame is going to help with the self-acceptance and the new perspective and the freedom that you're going to be having, and to release, to sacrifice, to let go of anything that you do not need anymore that isn't a part of the next phase, let's say. Okay? So the shadow aspects that we are going to be working on that you need to take into account. The otters is the balance of working hard and playing hard. Stop fighting against the currents. Sometimes it's best to let loose a little bit so we can find an easier path that we love even more. Taking a look at all aspects of our lives to make sure it's balanced. Put as much effort into our downtime as we do with our work ethics. So, working hard and playing hard, not consistently always working hard and just work, being a workaholic. So, what can I do to create more balance? Am I getting burnt out? These are questions to ask yourself in this phase. Really paying close attention to those emotions, because of the fact that if you aren't paying attention to those emotions and you're just pushing through work, you're going to get burnt out, and then you won't catch yourself, because if you get burnt out, usually burnout is, exhaustion or getting sick or different things like that we've worked ourselves to exhaustion. So questioning those things beforehand will help prevent actually getting to that burnout stage. But the next one that goes hand in hand with the otters remaining in balance, the horse, thrive for life. Now, this one's really nice because of the fact that it shows us the adventure and excitement of life. So this is where the play hard comes in. Being able to have the freedom to break free from the boundaries we set for ourselves. Sometimes we just create these boundaries and they're so rigid, and we're afraid to let loose because we're afraid of what could happen if we let loose. Will everything fall apart? It's letting go of all of that and just allowing ourselves to be free. So something to keep in mind is without inner peace, the drive and motivation for life would be hard to keep alive. So it's finding that inner peace so that we keep that drive and motivation for life, which goes hand in hand with the balance, remaining in balance. This symbolizes our inner fire and asks us to thrive for life and enjoy the ride and understand things may not go smoothly, but it's all worth it in the end. Break free and, really go for the things that you want in life. Stop wasting energy on problems that don't belong to us and have the courage to discover ourselves. Just being more free. Okay? So those are the shadow aspects that we need to take into account, that we need to really allow to be free, to be more open to be less of sometimes working too hard, the balance of it all. Okay, now we come into the part of fortune, the astrology cards. So, part of fortune, increase. And it's really interesting how all three of the cards that come right after the other really play a part in what is coming up. And really, when you work on these things, the rest will follow. Okay? So, the part of fortune, increase. Fortune favors the brave. So, the thrive for life part is, being brave, going after the things you want. A time when things begin to flow more easily and you will have your success. Mostly means gifts. So, like, look into the areas you want to study or master, working on your gifts. Benefits will also suddenly be placed in your path, so be aware of that. Fortune is also the same thing as fate, so things will just magically happen. Another area is anything to do with public relations or promotion, a period of recognition and achievement, favorable time for learning, teaching, or taking exams, so good luck on those exams or on the things that you're learning. May want to do good and honor others. That's something that may come up for you. Injustices of any kind will challenge and rouse you into action. If you are looking into romance, it is meant for you both to help fulfill each other's calling. Destiny is involved. Together you are called to achieve and master higher things that would be more difficult had you not met each other. So keep that in mind for the romance. Desire to fly is strong at this moment, and any shackles that you may have had are being smashed, and you are experiencing a feeling of release. So you might be breaking free from chains and things that were binding you for a very long time, and you feel this just weight being lifted from you, and you feel like you could just fly. Really beautiful feeling. 7:11 right on the timer at that moment that I saw that. So I love that. Things to keep in mind with this one. Inherent gifts or inherent talents. Gifts one is born with. What comes easily, what is natural, instincts, perception, desires, what flows in easily, encountering success, having your needs provided for, generosity, openness, public recognition, good health, habits, patterns, a sense of belonging, gifts of childhood, family issues, fear of failure, taking on more than you can handle, repairing what needs to be fixed, and being responsible solely for your own victory. Keep that in mind. Okay, the next one that we have is the fire element. Now, that coming right after part of fortune is going to make a lot of sense, okay? So, there are changes coming and there's new movement, which goes right in hand with our tower, because you have to have, towers are not always bad things. Towers are just things falling apart that need to end. So this is where there are changes that are coming in. There's new movement. So look for them to be quick, which towers can be quick. So again, the tower. It's about beginnings, our passions, and how fast we get our energy moving, how rapidly we react, and how long it takes us to accomplish what we set out to do. So fire is burning determination. This is like this deep desire to do something. Keep that in mind, which goes part of fortune, that whole part of fortune. When you have the desire, when you have that fire element burning in you, it will be successful. So expect changes to be dramatic in an unforgettable way. So, things are going to get crazy. And with it also being March right now and going into April, and we right now are shifting astrological signs, and the energy's shifting and the seasons are changing. Again, unforgettable ways of things changing. It's an enormous transformation time. Enormous. A situation is about to be transformed, again, transformation, through a wake-up call or a personal epiphany. So, make sure you have your alarm set for that wake-up call. And apply your energy wholeheartedly. Okay, put all of you into that, whatever you are working on. Step into this path and find your way. You may not see the way to go, but you'll find it. So look at your issues from another perspective and try a unique approach. This is talking also about honesty and to act assertively. Put all your cards on the table. So if this is if you are about to get upfront with someone or vice versa, put all your cards on the table. Watch out for bossy people. Also watch out for others attempting to take over and claim what you have created. So be aware of people trying to steal your ideas, and also, be aware of people trying to control you. That's a big one. Keep your ego in check as well. So don't get cocky. It's good to have an ego. It's good to be, proud and, aware and all of that, and think highly of yourself, but not cocky. That can lead to your downfall. Let's see. It's okay to fly. This is a big one. Let me go back just real quick. Details are important, and get everything nailed down. So details are important and have things put together, but it's okay to fly by the seat of your pants and rely on spontaneity, because you have good instincts at the moment and you will be able to carry it off if you stay grounded. So as long as you're keeping yourself grounded, you can take those spontaneous actions. Okay. With romance. Okay. If you are seeking romance at this time, compelling attraction, there will be one between the two of you, if not just one of you. Don't make the mistake of attempting to make your love interest jealous if you feel you aren't getting the attention you crave. This will backfire. I agree so wholeheartedly with that one. That is a very toxic trait to have if you think that you need to make another person jealous, try to make another person jealous to get their attention. For me personally, I do not like that trait, and if I feel it or see it happening, I just simply will walk away, because it is something that I don't get jealous. If you want to try and make me jealous, I will just walk away from you, because I don't play that game. Play stupid games and you win stupid prizes, okay? So don't do that. If the attention strays, don't be afraid to move on. So if the person that you're interested in, if they are seeking other people, then you're just not meant to be with that person. So easily walk away. There are so many people out there in the world. There are so many people to choose from. So don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Okay? If they try to make you feel jealous, or if they are going to look around at other people, they aren't even worth you. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Okay? If it's not meant to be, it'll burn out fast. If it has legs, you will be great supporters and protectors of each other. So if somebody is meant for you, they will be meant for you. They won't try to make you jealous. They won't try to they won't be distracted by other people. They won't want anyone else. So keep that in mind. And new starts are here. After the past has been burned away, start anew. So burn it all to the ground and start brand new. Best way to go. Burn those bridges. So big thing is being honest in your approach. Any arrogance will be your enemy, and you will have the zeal to get things done in the way you want. Show caution with objects that have a fiery or electrical nature. Okay, be careful, because you're going to have issues with electrical objects. Me, myself, personally, I can't tell you how many times it annoys me at work when the electronics will glitch out consistently. So just keep that in mind. It's you. So your energy is buzzing like crazy, and you're, causing this effect. So just keep that in mind, okay? It'll all be okay. You don't need to go get like a new phone. With this one, new starts, sudden change in direction, usually dramatic in nature, being spontaneous, knowing what to do in the moment, competition, reactions, being challenged, selfishness in a good way, because it's, selfishness is, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's really not. Enthusiasm, electrical problems, kitchens, the hearth, sunlight, motorbikes, being a rebel, bucking authority, candles, bossiness, openness, philosophy, priests, priestesses, whatever is over the top. Being number one, the colors red, scarlet, purple, and gold, displaying courage, having confidence, being singled out for showing wisdom, having a great heart, and abundant creativity. Okay, so this then turns into the 10th house, the world, which is so crazy how one turns into the other, that turns into the other. It's such a beautiful transition, such a beautiful transformation. Okay, the world. The desire for fame tempts even noble minds, is a quote by St. Augustine for this one. Love that one. Reputation and standing. It's an ambitious card, owning the world and being on top of the world, which also makes me think of the Brandy song, sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. That's the song that always comes into mind when being on top of the world. Be confident in what you're doing and to go for what you want and nothing less. Put forth a diligent and concentrated effort. Ruled by Saturn, being required to tell the truth or be honest will have great bearing on how you advance your goals. So again, honesty. We've got it shown up in like multiple ways of being honest. You may be contacted by the media, become recognized, or at least see your efforts in some public forum. So be aware of that one. Something to do with governments traveling to other lands or encountering foreigners is also with this card. Ambitions are about to gain momentum. Layers of illusion will be removed. Your essential self will be disclosed. Public or love interest, older or more established, will work along beside you in meeting your goals. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Playing along with the status quo to get ahead will be something to go along with this card. So, sometimes you got to play along with the status quo to be able to get where you need to go. And I really did not plan that rhyme, but yeah, I love when that stuff happens. Working the land or acquiring land is something that may come into play. So, denoting growth, crops, plants, farmers, and farming. And it may not just be like literal, it could also mean growth in spiritually or, mentally or whatever it may be like that. You reap what you sow, you get back what you give. So in order to do that, you must first give out in order to receive. So you must be willing to give to others before you can be able to receive. Okay? Something to keep in mind. Truth and honesty will decide this matter, and the universe is supporting you now. Okay? Things that go along with this one are power, your position of power and how you are thrust into it. Because sometimes we just are thrown into important roles. And influential people, meeting persons in power, the world travels, the public, your reputation, how you are viewed, fame and infamy, diligence, being methodical and efficient, the voice of wisdom, destiny, your place in the world at large, your legacy, your upper spine, physical endurance, time, clocks, using others, not in not in a mean way, but like being able to get help from others is the way that it is being used. Not by means of manipulating and controlling others, but using others as a means of being able to get you where you need to go. Hard work, but not just hard work, like smart work. Changing the way that you look at that one, because working smarter, not harder, is the way to do it. So doing less, but getting more from it. Okay. Banks, privilege, people paying attention, and ownership. So these all will come about by working on these things, by, allowing the towers to fall, keeping in touch with your emotions, and letting go of things that you don't need, and accepting yourself too. That's a big one. Remaining in balance and thriving for life, going after the things you want in life. And the honesty part is the biggest thing, being honest with yourself and with others, and not playing games. That's a big one. And, a big one right now, the last card that I want to show you is true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So this goes in hand with all of this, in the fact that while you're going through these things, that one especially, when you start feeling the emotions, when you start stepping into the roles, whenever you start trying to balance things out, whenever you start going after the things you want, whenever you are trying to accept yourself, whenever you are letting things go, whenever you are doing all of these things, you are going to have feelings. You are going to feel them. And it is important to give yourself permission to be compassionate with yourself whenever you feel these things, because it's okay to feel these things. Whatever you are feeling, it's important to feel it, because if you just try to avoid it, if you just try to shove it down, it's still there. It's not going to go away. It's a part of you. So allowing yourself to feel them and acknowledging them and letting them pass, talking to yourself, writing them down, whatever it may be. The true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. You will get triggered during these times. You will be triggered going after what you want. You will question, you will doubt. It's okay. Those are all normal feelings. Allow them to happen and allow them to be let go. Okay? And I want to tell you that I love you and you are amazing, and stay blessed. Have a beautiful rest of your day.